All right. Welcome back to Billy WS, everyone. Okay, so we're continuing the march to Zwartkops with the Mazda R100, and oh man, we've got some good progress. And man, I'm gonna fill you guys in of where we're at the moment, and yeah, all the spares we've gathered, so we can finish strong. So without me rambling on too long, let's get to the video and let me show you what has come with the FedEx guy. Let me show you. Alrighty, so now here's our new flywheel. So we had to machine a new flywheel like I said in the last video, and done on the CNC. I'll show you guys a video of where we're machining it just now. And then this came, so it's a nice expansion bottle. It's more for the cosmetics of the car, you know. It's nice and shiny, beautifully crafted, and the VW water bottles, they work wonderfully, but let's see how this one works. Let's hope it's an improvement and not gonna give us any headaches. And then, oh man, nice new 51 Carby, and brand new out of the box. Very cool. New ram tubes. I might just do a different set of ram tubes. Let's see how much time we have. And then we've got the Detroit locker, and let's hope this will work for us as well. So we need to get all of this stuff ready. We need to get that in the diff. Once the engine is assembled, we need to build an intake to suit that, and obviously clutch and flywheel and all the groceries needs to go on the flywheel, so and on the engine. So yeah, we've got some spares. It's always nice when new stuff arrives and everything comes together. So let's stop talking and get it done. All right, so man, time is ticking, and but we've got some good progress. So we've got a couple of things to sort before we can drop the new engine in the R100. Man, the filming has been going terribly slow. Man, I've been focusing more of getting the job done than filming. So sorry guys, but from here on in, I'll do a proper effort so we can get the filming done right. So what we've got is, let me show you. Alrighty, so pretty sweet 13B peripheral port, nice and fresh. And then here's all our clutch spares. Here's our intake manifold that's been built. I just machined a collar for the gearbox, as it was running a concentric slave. So I just finished machining that butte right there for our gearbox. Gearbox is nice and clean, and let me show you what's going on with the van. So as you can see, nice new prop shaft, ready to rock and roll. And then look at that. How does that grab you? Tunnel cut, welded back together. I think that looks pretty stock standard. So my goal was, if we're going to cut the tunnel, we need it to look good. So I think that looks pretty good, and I'll show you guys what the inside looks like. That still needs to be finished a bit, but underneath came out by Shash. So man, couple of things to sort. So I want to drop in the engine right now, and as soon as we've got the engine in on its mountings, I would ideally like, let me just get you guys right there. Alrighty, so I'd like, we need to do the fuel system. That's something we did an upgrade about. Man, I lost 6 kgs. What do you guys think about that? So I'm 6 kgs lighter, and then we bought that battery. That's another 14 kgs, so we're 20 kgs in the green. The prop shaft is a bit heavier, and I think that gearbox might be a bit heavier. So maybe a net gain of about 10 kgs. But if you don't keep tabs on it, if you don't keep an eye or your hand on the weight, man, you'll be amazed how much weight you can drop in. So I'm gonna get that engine, the intake on. I'm gonna get the clutch and flywheel on. I'm gonna get the gearbox onto the engine, and then we're gonna drop that setup in the R100. So let's do that. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Right, flywheel and clutch is on. The intake is on. Sump or plate is on. So pretty cool. Look how good does that look. Alright, so let's get the engine to the front of the shop and get the gearbox on, so we can start getting this thing in the R100. Okay, so the fork and the thrust bearing is in and secured, and I locked it with some wire there. So hopefully that all is wonderful. And our collar we machined is on the gearbox, and I hope our spacing will be number 1. So yeah, I'm gonna get the engine here, and we're gonna get the engine and the gearbox together, and then we're gonna drop it in there. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'm gonna set you guys just here on the GoPro, and you can have a look how we struggle to get it in. Alrighty, so man, we've got the engine in the R100. Alright, so I've been chipping away, and I haven't been filming too much, as I'm Oh man, I'm pushed for time. It's crunch time here, and so as you guys can see, we've got the pump on, we've got the water pump on, radiator, oil cooler, intake, and if you check down there, we've got the exhaust, we've got the branchy on as well, we've got a brand new flywheel in there, and it's late in the afternoon. It's starting to get dark. So jobs to be done for us to get this thing running. Yeah, guys, it's a mission. So jobs to be done for us to be done is we need to sort the slave. We need to get the carby on. We need to do the prop shaft. We put a center bearing, so we need to make a bracket for the center bearing. And then we need to do the diff. We have to put the Detroit in. So that's the jobs that we've got to do. So it's not a ton of work left, but man, everything takes time. So if you're thinking it's maybe a day's work, then just double it. It's a good rule of thumb. So, but we've got good progress, and I'm quite happy. It's turning out to look quite good. The box is nice and home, and yeah, everything else is coming on quite nicely. But let me tell you, it's not for the faint-hearted. So all the oil lines, we've washed them out, and the pump and all the groceries, so everything is nice and clean. And yeah, let's hope we get the result for the effort. So yeah, let's get to the other stuff. Good morning. So we're back at the R100. So for this morning, we are going to get the alternator on. We have to do the slave cylinder piping from the clutch. We need to fit our prop shaft. We need to fit our gear lever. We need to fit the IDA and do some fuel line and fit the pump. So it's a couple of jobs we need to do, and we are not too far away. So we've got a brand new brake line that we can just run from our master cylinder down to our slave, and we need to make gaskets for the carby, get the carby on. Like I said, we need to get the alternator on and do the wiring for that, and just tidy up the water pipes, just put clamps everywhere. But not too far to go, guys. And also I need to get a pipe on the breather, as you guys can see in the tunnel there. Yes man, I hope I can get it on there, but we'll see definitely in not too long if we can manage. But yeah, let's get on with it. Nee, ik heb ze pas. Ik heb ze nou pas. Hij heeft gepast. Op zijn merk.
Schrijf even de hand.
Shana nou. Righty, so alternator is on. We modified what we needed to do on there. Distributor is in. Now we need to make some gaskets for the carby, and so let's go make some gaskets so we can get the carburetor on, and on to the next jobs then. Alright, now that we've got our two gaskets, we're going to be dropping them there, and we're going to be giving it some RTV and have it set for a good while, so that also has a good gasket to it, so when you tighten it, it doesn't press out everywhere. So let's do that now, have it sit for about 30 minutes, then we'll stick the carby to it, and then yeah, I still need to do the bracket, the accelerator bracket, need to figure it out, as the intake is sitting the other way around now than it used to, but let's do that now. So our new clutch line is on, and on the master down there, or the slave cylinder rather, so it's on there, so we should bleed the clutch, then we should have clutch. Next job will be to do the fuel line, new fuel line, and the new fuel pump. So that's what I'm going to do next, so let's get that done. Okay, so guys, we're at the back of the car here, and alright, let me show you what was happening here before. Alright, so here's the fuel cell, and so it ran a facet, so it ran like a facet style high volume pump, and we're going to change that to a fuel injection pump of a regulator, and feed, put a bracket, and have it go to the front. So yeah, I need to put in a return, and I see we have a breather going all around there. So yeah, let's get to that. Alrighty, so the fuel setup is sorted here at the back. So we've got a new fuel pump, new feed, new return line, and we've got a brand new braided hose going through the car there, and yeah man, I think it came out pretty good. So now next step is to do the regulator, and yeah, see if we've got any leaks, which I really do not hope is the case, so we can move on to the next. Alrighty, so we're under the car, and I just put the exhaust on, and we are right about ready to start her up. So yeah, let me show you. Okie doke, so there's the Kazana. I need to do the prop shaft still, but I think the time has come for us to see if this thing will fire. This will go there, and just want to make sure that this is all tightened up. That's all tightened up, and yeah, so there we have it. The exhaust going back all the way, coming out there. Also not a big fan of it pointing down like that, but at this stage it is what it is. So let's see if we can get it to idle. Almost there, guys, almost there. Right, so we're ready to fire. So I'm gonna put some oil, put some water, and then it's the moment of truth. We're gonna start it right up and see where we end up. So man, I'm gonna put you guys there on the side on the GoPro, and then you're gonna be the first alongside us to see if it's starting first kick. So let's see, let's do it. Alrighty, so we're gonna end this video right here. So it's alive, man. It's been some hard graft to get it to the point where we can start it, and it's sounding beautiful. So we ran a bit of a different way with the flywheel. It's a bit of a heavier flywheel, so the thinking behind it is when we're doing like 4th gear, 5th gear, you know, high wind resistance, the flywheel will carry you a bit. But man, it's not, but whatever, we'll sort that when we get to it. A couple of jobs to do still: the prop shaft, the gear lever, and the diff ratio, and Detroit, but that I'll get to. Will we make it to Zwartkops? Well, stay tuned for the next video and you'll find out. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I really do appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. So here's hoping we make it to Zwartkops. Thanks for your guys' support. Right, as you guys can see, we made it to Zwartkops. So we did the graft, we figured it out, we put in the time, we got to Zwartkops, and yeah, then it went south real quick. So the whole thing that started this massive job, the gearbox, changing the gearbox and all that, it bit me in the behind, guys. Either the gearbox or the prop shaft gave off a vibration that was so intense that when you were going down the back straight, the emulsion tubes rattled and vibrated out of the carby. So we fought tooth and nail, and we persevered, and we tried everything to make it work. But at the end of the day, it wasn't safe. And if it had that big a vibration, you know, what's going to let go next? You know, the flywheel, the gearbox bolts. So we packed it in, and man, I was a bit disappointed. But you know what, the cost, we're still figuring it out at the moment, what's the cause of it. But yeah, I'd just like to say a massive thanks to my dad. You know, he's worked so hard and never complains, and you know, wealth of knowledge. And also Johan, my brother, you know, always willing to help and machine parts for me, and we with the machining stuff we do together, we, you know, it's a great privilege to do this with them. And also my friends and family and customers. I had customers come all the way from Durban, and I was so disappointed that we couldn't give them a good show, but they still enjoyed the racing nevertheless. That's the great thing about historic racing, it's always good. But thank you guys for watching. It's a real privilege and an honor for me that you guys are interested in what we do and what I'm film. And yeah, thanks so much for your time and your support. Okay.